everybody. This is a heterogeneous storage session for common data services. If everybody is in the right spot. Good. I see thumbs up. Okay, my name is Maya Dumish. I'm a program manager for the CDS data storage. I've been in the industry for the last 20 years and done different type of storages. And Nathan and Andreas will introduce themselves.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Nathan Helgren. I'm also a program manager at Microsoft. I've been there about 20 years. My focus is mainly on the data model for the Common Data Service and some of the indexing work as well.
Hi, good morning. I hope you all can be awake so early in the morning. Thanks for joining our session. My name is Andreas Münzinger. I joined Microsoft 5 years ago. I worked before that with Power BI and data warehousing. Currently, I'm focusing on the audit feature as well as on the log storage.
Okay, so what do you expect to learn from this particular session? We are thinking that you are going to, by the end of the session, understand our storage entitlements and consumption, understand the storage types and types of things that you can store within the Common Data Service. We are expecting that you will understand the best practices for storing data, which data is supposed to be stored within which type of data types. And we also will show demo by the end of the session. So we will talk first and show demo by the end of the session on how to actually get those things that we're talking about to work for you. So what does modern data solution should have? We understand that we have more and more of different types of data flowing into our systems. We understand that variety of data becomes very important to our customers, and we understand that there is more data in terms of different types of data and in terms of speed with which you are entering, inputting and outputting other different types of data. We are also trying to come up with a solution which will empower your business to not concentrate on the data needs, but rather concentrate on the application needs. Understand what exactly you need to do, your customers to do or your business flow to do, and not spend too much time trying to figure out which technical solution you need to choose. Is it relational store? Is it document store? Does it matter for a business application? It shouldn't. What you should need to do is figure out what your customers actually require. And we are fully compliant as Azure service. We are online. Therefore, all the security and compliance issues should not be a concern of our customers. And when we look at our modern data solution and we look at what we used to provide to the customers, we realize that there's several things that we need to do in order for common data services to work for you. The first thing that we realized that we need to change a little bit our licensing schema. We need to get more types of data presented within our store in order for you to be able to use it. And for that, we are providing new default and full user entitlements of file and log storage in addition to database storage that default and full users were getting previously. We are also providing you with an opportunity to not worry about the number of instances or number of environments you have. In order for a good development process to be available to our customers, we would like our customers to be able to create a dev environment, a test environment, and a production environment. And the way we were doing it previously was a little bit prohibitive for our customers to create so many environments because we were asking through our license to pay through to pay for instances. We're no longer going to be requiring to do that. And we are providing with an opportunity to buy add-on storage in addition to default and full user entitlements of different types of data. So from this slide, the only thing that you would need to get away with is the idea that you now can, first of all, that you have a default entitlements for your licenses and user licenses. And then the second part is that you can buy an additional capacity if you want of the database, file, or log capacity as you go forward. You also should know that for Dynamics 365 customers, we're no longer requiring to have a non-production or production cost per license. So instead of that, you can create as many environments as you would like to have. The only thing that you need to remember is that you should have at least 1 gigabyte of database capacity left within your tenant. So how would you know what you actually have? In order to understand your capacity, you can go to your admin center, to the capacity menu. And when you do that, you would see different types of capacity represented for you. It's a test tenant, so don't pay too much attention to the numbers, but the ideas are here. You have all the capacity for your tenant, you have different licenses and different default entitlements. You have how much space your particular tenant at this point of time actually occupies, and you have the idea of what kind of a capacity management you need to do for a future reference. Ooh, what did I do wrong? Ha, got it right. Thank you. So that's basically the idea of how you find out if you have enough storage or don't, and what can you do around figuring out your particular storage issues or concerns. So, okay. So Common Data Service. Common Data Service is what's in the middle of this Power Platform. We have Power BI, PowerApps, and PowerFlow. All of them can connect to the CDS. CDS internally can have as many different types of storages as you would like to have, as many environments as you would like to have, but the type of storage that you would have with CDS is the database, file, log, or search. So the entity schema and all business logic is stored as a database storage or database capacity. You also have the relational data. The relational data would be all the data that you store within your entities, which has a model of relational data store. You also would have Files are the things that are binaries and stored within your storage. Those things are usually images, attachments, and things like that. They are usually non-SQL type of things that you would like to store within your data store. There is also log, which is audit data and plugin trace and things like that. We have a search on all this data. You, as an administrator, can define your search capabilities whatever way you, on the entities or the fields that you would like to have a search present. You don't have to have search on all the entities in all the fields. So When you are talking about common data services and heterogeneous storage, we've found that a lot of people ask questions, what is a common data model if you talk about common data services? Common data services is the store of data. We're actually storing all this data for you. It's not a schema representation of the data. So when we are talking about database storage, we're actually talking about the relational storage within our systems. When we talk about file, we're saying that you are actually storing file within our systems. You can access all this data through the CDS API. You get back two different APIs. One is the metadata, which returns the metadata of the object, and another one, the actual data of the object. But let's talk about common data model, and what does it mean in terms of common data service?
Yeah, and as Maya mentioned, the common data model and the common data service are really two different things. And honestly, one of the most common questions I received out on the floor today, and yesterday as well, were what's the difference between the common data model and the common data store, and the common data service? So the common data model itself is nothing but a schema. It just defines what your data is. It sets the parameters. You're defining exactly how your data is going to look within the database. And the common data model is basically a way for us to have consistency of our data. It lets us have the data model that's going to be used from not only CDS, but that will be also understood by other services like Dynamics, all of our Power Platform services, and as you move into SQL and other areas, they'll have a commonality of that data. It allows for faster development because as you're developing this content, it's going to the developers will know that the data that in CDS that has a certain parameter, like say we call it the customer entity, the customer entity is going to be the same thing in each one of these applications, and it's going to have the same data structure. And it allows easy synchronization between systems so that when you have to transfer data outside of CDS to another system, that other system also understands what that schema means, so you don't have to do a lot of translation. So it helps a lot in the actual transaction between the systems. So the common data model that we have is really built up of different layers. So we start at the bottom, we have this application common layer, and that's going to have a lot of your common definitions. On top of that, we have more enhancements as you move up the levels. So CRM Common is going to add in a few other additional layers. Up at the top, you see things like lead management, marketing, product management. These are all little specialty sections. So for example, lead management. Not everybody's building a sales app. So if your system doesn't need a sales app, you don't plug in that information for the model. You can keep the level of model you need. But if you do need things like lead and opportunity and things like that, you can add in those modules. So looking at kind of the area of how the model breaks up, you can see that we have different entities that exist within each level, and each one of those entities defines how the data will behave for each one of those items. And this is just a small sample. This definitely is not a full featured list. If you looked at the entire platform, we've got about 400 different out-of-the-box entities that are predefined and that you can also customize. So the other thing just to note in relation to that is any of those, the entity structure themselves, the common data model, that lives inside relational storage. And then the data you put into those entities and into those fields also resides inside the database storage portion, which is SQL-driven relational storage.
Okay, so now let's talk about the files. We're introducing, previously we were only being able to store the attachments within notes and activities. People who used to do the dynamics, is there any of you? Well, yes, see, good number. Okay, you will remember how you had to jump a lot of hoops in order to attach a file to any entity. So what we're introducing, and this is going to be available by the end of the calendar year. Much of what you will see today is hot off the press, what we are working on right now in order to provide you more opportunities for the future. What you will see is the new data type called file, and you will be able to add new entity, add new file to this entity as one of the fields of the entity, and I will show how to do that. And when you do that, you get parent entity and all the associated security with that, but you also get the flexibility of storing bigger files within the platform. With that, we will do a little changes, some changes as well. So let's talk about attachments first. So attachments were the only way to store the file data within our systems. Through nodes and activities, you had to use base 64 encoded strings. We still will continue for this type of data or this type of support, require you to use base 64 encoded strings for those files for reasons of backwards compatibility. But those files are no longer going to be stored within the relational data store. As a matter of fact, if you go today to your tenant and try to see the types of capacity that your particular tenant has, you will already see things counted towards the file. That's your attachments. That's all the attachments that we know you did store within our systems. We recommend that the file that you use within nodes and activities is less than 32 megabytes. I know that some of you were able to create bigger files than that. Please don't. The reason for that is 64-bit encoded string, right? You're getting your payload within your grid, and we are loading all this payload all the time. So you sometimes will see the performance issues, which is associated with the way that you could do the files within the system previously, and quite frankly right now. So what we're introducing, a new file data type field. On the right, on the left, you will see how you add the new field to your entity. As you can see, there's one more improvement that I want to point out. That is that maximum size of the file is now set up on the file field. You're no longer requiring your administrator to set up the maximum size of your attachment within your administrative system UI, and therefore you can decide that this particular field you want to have only small files, and this particular field you actually require, for whatever reason, your customers to have a 128 megabyte file or whatever it is. We are configurable per field, and it is up to 128 megabytes. And you will be able to access those files as binaries. You are no longer required to have an encoding, decoding thing, which is not very nice to anybody. Not your systems, not our systems. And coming soon, at some point of time, you will be able to search inside the files to search for a particular more important string. We will be using Azure Seek Search to set it up. Okay, so let's go now for enhanced import image support.
All right, so how many of you have used images in CDS and PowerApps for your apps themselves at this point? Quite a few of you, right? And the images that you have are sufficient? They do everything you need them to do? I see some laughter out there. Yeah, so the images that we have today are only 144 by 144 pixels. It's a very small little thumbnail. And if you try to make that larger, it does not look good. We realize that that's a problem that a lot of people are having. Also, a lot of the time that these images are really kind of restricted to certain types of entities. What we're changing, again, this is all stuff that we're hot off the presses, coming out very soon, is we're going to allow you to upload, display, and manage high-resolution images. The images themselves you can store up on the system up to 30 megabytes per image. That will go into your file storage. And as we show you the demo a little later, you'll be able to see those high-resolution images right inside of an app, and you can see how much nicer they look. You'll be able to generate thumbnails on upload. So as soon as you upload that file, it'll create that 144 by 144. So first off, that gives you full backward compatibility. You don't have to redo anything so your current applications continue to work. However, this gives you the opportunity to have a thumbnail for things like galleries. So if you just want to look through and have a little image to browse, and then later load the full-size image if you want to show the full resolution image inside of your application. You can place this on any entity, so you're no longer restricted to entities, which entity you place them on. And as I mentioned, it's fully backwards compatible. So if you have an application today that uses image, it will still continue to work. You can then choose to upgrade the image within your application if you wanted to show the high resolution image instead of the small one.
Okay. So I tell you a little bit about the log storage, which we are adding over the next couple of weeks and months. Log will be primarily used for audit data and for plug-in trace log data and any other logs that we might have in the system. And then in the future, we are planning to open up the log storage for new kinds of data, like observational data. Observational data is basically things that we can observe. It could be measuring the temperature in a fridge to check that food doesn't spoil. It could be how many people are entering a shop floor to see if there's enough shop stewards on the floor to serve these customers. So IoT probably comes to mind, but then also other observational data. Typically, that's kind of coming in large quantities. It doesn't necessarily need to be relational, so it's a little bit different from the other types of data you can store in Common Data Service. Over the past couple of months, we put our focus on Audit Log. Who of you have already used Audit? Okay, so quite a few of you. Those of you who haven't used it, Audit basically records the change history for creates, for updates, for deletes of any record in the system of entities that you are auditing. Probably you are not auditing all your entities, but the important ones like contact, account, sales, lead, and so on. Besides tracking the record changes, it also can look at who has access to the system, who has shared a record with somebody, or who got assigned a record, and many other things. There's a little bit confusion with the Office 365 security and compliance. That's also called auditing. It stores the data for a much shorter period than the audit in CDS is doing, and it also records the reads and some other activities. So there's two slightly different audits in our system currently. What we have done over the past couple of months is we enhanced the payload of the audit. In the past, we only stored the old record. Now we are storing the old and the new record. That eliminates one of the major reasons why people contacted support. When they switched auditing off and then on again, it didn't have the full trace of what changes were made. So with storing both old and new record, we have eliminated it. Additionally, we also added a data retention policy. So with the data retention policy, there's no longer a need for admins to go into the system and delete data to free up space. They basically can set a retention policy with a minimum of 30 days, and they can extend it flexibly based on their needs to basically truncate all the data that is older than the retention policy. So if you set your retention policy to 6 months, everything that is older than 6 months is automatically removed from the system. For those of you where this is not sufficient, we also added a couple of new capabilities to manage data more manually. So what you can do now, you can see it on the right side of the screen. So you are now able to remove audit logs by entity. Sometimes we get contacted by customers who accidentally, for example, enabled auditing for email, and that kind of just blows up the audit log tremendously. So now you have the opportunity to basically just delete the audit logs of that particular entity. Similar to that, you also can delete the user access logs if you don't need all of them. And then for better flexibility, you can now, with daily granularity, delete access logs you no longer need. For example, if you copy your environment to make a new test environment, you probably don't need all the audit data, but only a month of it, so you can delete everything that is older than that. Now we have time for the demo.
Okay. So we are in the maker experience for PowerApps, which is where we're going to start creating our entities. Let's say we want to, so you can see your account address and other entities. This is not Dynamics, this is CDS. So you have some things associated with some entities that you've seen before in Dynamics, but not the full set. This is the CDS set of entities. Then if you need to create a new entity, let's say a custom entity that you would like to have, all you need to do is click on Add New Entity, set your display name. For this particular test environment, you cannot set up your schema, but you will be able to do it for your production environments. You can set up whatever name you would like to have for your display name. And you will see that I'm not enabling attachments on purpose, so just to show that we don't need to have enabled attachments in order to store our files within this particular entity. There is more settings around here that you can browse on your own, but one that is interesting to us is we're showing you how to do the different type, how to access CDS through different types of applications. If you enable the change tracking for a flow, you will be enabling this particular entity for your Power Flow functionality, if you would like to have one. Then you save. Now, we can add a couple of fields. Let's say I'm not very creative with names, and I called it file1 for these purposes of the demo. So what would be an interesting part, and what we were telling you until now, that you will have a new data type. You see that here the usual data types that you would have, but you also see the file. That is how easy it is to add the file data or binary data now to your systems. Now we added a couple of optional entities. The maximum size is 32 megabytes. This is for your pleasure to change to the kilobytes of the file, so it's a little bit different number, but that's what you actually have. That's it, you're done. You have one field called file1, and you now can store data within this file. And this this particular data will no longer be stored within the relational data store. It will go directly to the file data store, for which right now, at the moment, we're using Azure Blob, but we reserve the right to change it at any point of time. This doesn't matter to you, because you will be able to access all this data through the CDS APIs. Now, if you want to have another file data type, you can do that. You no longer require to create a collection in order to do something like that. You have your file, and let's say for this file we would like to have a little bit smaller one. You still have an ability to create your text, and you do have an ability to create an image as well. Oh, sorry. Clicking. To any entity now. Previously, as you remember, you could only do it for a particular set of entities, not to any entity. You can also set up this entity to be auditable, and then you will have logs associated with it. What it will mean, each record on update will get the log. You will know exactly who updated it, why, and you will be able to search it within our systems. You can store it as long as you would like to have. Store, as Andreas pointed out. And you will also be able to set up your own retention policy for this particular audit, and decide that you want to store this particular data for 7 years because you're a financial organization or you need something from there, but other types of data you don't need. You are also, what you are seeing is the fact that we no longer limited by the size of the Azure SQL, whatever big size Azure SQL will have, however many terabytes, for your file and a log. Now I have a little demo pre-made. All it is a free smaller. Free-page screen, the usual one. And so what you can do is add your data source, and that we can even drop the data source and add it back if you would like, but we have a data source right here, and all you do is look up your particular entity and set up your entities from the data source. There's your new entity, and you can edit the fields that you would like to show. That's all it needs to be done, and you will have the full-blown app working on your machine right away. You can also see the bigger files associated with it. The picture is loading. And you can see a couple of notes. You will see all of that working in that app as well. Believe me, we will not dwell on the demo and go forward with that. Okay? Sure.
So in order to kind of show off a lot of some of these features, we kind of just showed you a quick glimpse there, is we built an app, mainly we based it off of the 3-page app. So many of you probably have done the auto-create app from My Data. That's what creates that 3-page you just saw. We put in a little bit of extra effort here and there and built a little sample auction app. And this is going to show the different functions that we've just added: file, image, logging, and other things. And so I just want to kind of jump in here in a moment and kind of show you what this app looks like. So here we have our browse screen for the app. So if I start the app here, I've got a browse screen. And here's a little sneak peek that's not part of data, but I thought you guys might like to see it, which is views. So right now you can build views on your entities and have them saved as part of the entity and then use that anywhere within your app. So here I've got views predefined where I can say, oh, in this particular one, I either want to show all my auction items or I just want to show my inactive auction items. And then it would refresh to show that. And so now it's only showing me anything that's listed as inactive. I go back and switch this to my active. It'll go back and find all my active items. And that's very easy to set up. So just to kind of give you a quick glimpse at how that works, even though it's not necessarily our area that we're doing right now, just to give you a quick idea. So here we've got views. And inside views, we've got a lot of these different options here. And we'll be able to, yes? Oh, let me change the entity. Give you our new entity, the one we just created. Here we go. So here's the entity we used for our, one of the entities we used for our data here. So under our views, we see that we have my auction items, my active auction items. So to create a view like this, it's just as simple as creating it and then putting in a simple parameter under the filter field. It'll come up in just a second, I assure you. Okay, and all we did to say, show me my item, all my data is say the owner is the current user. It uses the standard notation inside CDS. It knows who I am because I'm logged in, and I can just put that in, create a view, and now I've got a quick drop down. No other code is needed to be able to create that. So inside my auction app, aside from that view field that we just showed you, I've got myself a little gallery here. And in this gallery, I'm using my thumbnail images, the kinds you're used to right now, these little teeny tiny ones. I can pick any one of my auctions here, and you can see that I've got a nice high-res picture here. And that's just happens to be the size that I've chosen. And I can show you in just a moment that we can resize this on the fly, but also here we've got the files that we have attached to it, and you've got a bunch of other data present. Now, what you can do here is I'll show you the difference. So we've got your image here. The method of changing the image, of using the full rendered size versus the non-full size, is just as simple as, where did I put that? Just one moment. Yes. Sorry, yes. As you says, hot off the presses here. So, that data card. Thank you. All right, so it's just as simple here as going down to the image itself, and you've got your picture, and then you just add a dot notation to it, dot full. If I change this, if I tell it that this is just the value, then it's going to pull back the thumbnail. And you'll see this isn't the high res, this is just a stretched out version of that 144 by 144. So that continues to exist, and you can continue to use that. But what we really want to have is our nice full image for this particular page. And once the image is there, it's pulling the image directly off of the site. So if I drag this, it's going to resize the entire image appropriately, but still keep the high resolution on it. So you can make that as big or as small as you like, and you're going to have full image functionality. And so I'm just going to, so that kind of shows off that functionality, and then we can, from here, once we have our auction items created, then we have a second app that allows us to show how to bid on the particular items that also shows off some of our features.
I'm sorry, there's a couple of things that I would like to add to that.
Okay.
Okay. So one other thing that you would be able to do is look at PDFs. You're no longer required to do any note fields, attachments, and things like that. You don't require the note card. All you did is created an entity with associated file. You stored the file right here, and you can access this file through the PDF in the control, or you can access it directly by saving it if you want to. You don't have to, and we don't restrict you to the particular types of files, except in the system administrative settings, there is types of files that your administrator says that you cannot load within the system. So to showcase that, you can have a JSON as well. And one more thing, if you edit, you can add or remove your pictures or files on the fly. And change them to whatever you would like to have. So what we did just now is removed one file, added another file, and you can see within the system that now it's a completely different one. Okay? So, Andres.
Okay. So now that Maya and Nathan have added all this good stuff to bid on, let's focus on the second part of our demo, which is the bidding app. And in the bidding app, what I want to show you is basically that I can add a new bid for any of the items. For example, here is this nice, delicious mango. I see the price is already quite high, but since I haven't had breakfast this morning, I just bid a little bit more. So I bid $1,002, which seems reasonable. And oops. So now you can see that my bid is $1,002. It's already saved in the common database. I also can, if I'm interested in more details about the mango, I can open a PDF and read that through. And you can see here it's, for example, high resolution thing. So bidding app also works. Users of our app can modify the data which others have created. On top of that, I would also like you to show that Microsoft Flow also can be used very easily together with Common Data Service. So we have set up a little flow which triggers each time that somebody makes a bid on one of the auction items. So what this flow does is basically whenever a record is created, it looks at the bids. It creates a variable then to get the item name. It adds the item name, and it sends an email notification with the title and the bid amount to the person who made the bid. And let's see if that is already in Outlook, if it has arrived. So here you can see 551, now it's 550 on my screen, but that's the latest one, a bid on one mango of $1,002. So hopefully I'm the winner of that mango, so I can have my breakfast. This is basically how you can do flows on data which is stored in CDS. There's many more possibilities, but this is just to show you that flows can be used easily with Common Data Service. The last part of our demo is to show you that you also can easily hook up Power BI to your data in Common Data Service. So for that, I'm opening the Power BI desktop. What we have done here is a super simple data model. We have our bids, which relates to the auction items and to the user. So I could get, for example, the full username of somebody who has bid on my auction item. This is not very complex. I think you can do much better than I could do here. If I want to get additional data, I have plenty of options. One of I just show you here, so the organization which we have created for our demo purposes, that's a common database. So you can connect to common database, you select the entities which are modeled like Nathan explained to you according to common data model. So if you see an account, you basically know what's in it. If you see a contact, you know what's in it. And of your own entities, you also know what's in it. Once you are done getting the data, you can do dashboards. Again, here, a very simple one. So it shows you the summary of how many auction items we have, how many cumulative bids, how many people are bidding on it, and then some details. So super simple. Once you are done with your report, you can publish it. And once it's published, your reporting users can access it through the Power BI portal. You can schedule refreshes once a day, multiple times a day, as often as you want it. And people can see, for example, on a mango, what was bid here. I didn't refresh the data now. I could be doing that, and you would see that the highest bid now is $1,002. So super simple to hook up Power BI to Common Data Service and then use the data from there, even combine it with other data sources, for example, Excel files or any other things. Okay, that's the end of our little demo. We still do have some time for questions. So if you have any questions, please.
Okay.
Yes, Green.
Yeah, sure. So let me go back to here. Get data, more. And it opens up, and then I just type Common Data Service. I connect. It asks me for the server URL. And actually, I do have that in my recent sources. So I would copy that one here. And then press OK. I don't need any of the others. Actually, let me just do it from here, recent sources. So I connect to this one. That's easier. So I'm connected now to the organization where we have our stuff. And Maya, how did you label your last one? Is it the new entity?
Yes, new entity.
Okay, so we have the new entity here.
That's the one we created in the beginning of the hour.
And as you can see, there's no data in. We have file 1 and file 2 and new entity ID. So if there would be data, I just would press load. Or if I don't want to load all the data while I'm doing my data model, I would press on edit. It opens the Power Query editor, and then I can do my stuff like remove columns, add columns, transform columns.
Are these new data types going to work with the model app offline data storage that we saw yesterday? Like, for example, can I bring a file down and work with it offline?
Okay, so the files that we showed you, the new data type, is the something that we're working on right now. It will be available by the end of the calendar year. It will be available through the Canvas apps and model apps. We will have forms for them as well. What you've seen me model is the common Canvas app for PowerApp. It will also be available in other Power family, like Power BI, Power Flow, in many different ways. We're in the process of figuring out exactly which way it will be available for you. It's all going to be available in Dynamic CRM.
Yes.
For audit, you say that we'll now be storing the actual pre and the post value?
Yeah. So the question was, do we store the old and the new value in auditing? Yes, that is correct.
Okay, as opposed to inferring what the old value.
Yeah. Previously, we only stored the old value, and now we store the old and the new value.
So, is auditing also enabled for the new, like for the file and the images?
Yes.
But you will audit the fact that the file was added or removed and who did that, not inside, right? Not the content of the file.
Yes.
From the best practice point of view, is there any limitation in terms of the number of records that you should not store in any business?
Not really. I mean, you're at this point, you're really only going to be limited by how much storage you have, right? So because in the past you had just your CDS storage, and so that could be really overloaded with logs and really overloaded by images and attachments. Now that we're moving those out of CDS and putting those into the other storage options, it's just your only limitation is how much space you have, and do you want to upgrade, maybe say, oh, I just need to add some more file storage space, or I need to add more log storage space for my needs. And maybe my CDS is fine, I just need to increase the storage there. But for best practices, we're not saying you should limit yourself to only 5 field types. You can, as long as you have storage, you can use it.
We didn't do anything on.
Yes, yes.
Our manager over there in the corner wants us to clarify that what Nathan meant is we're moving data from relational data store to the file and the log, not out of CDS. All 3 is under the CDS. I think you all understood in the context of this session that this is true. We kind of avoided this side of the room, so let's do that and I will return to you. If not, catch me after the session. Go ahead. No, I just showed you, you can do 2 files.
That is changing very soon. So we weren't able to demo that here today. That will be changing very soon as well, in a very near timeline. As Maya had said, there are going to be some changes that are happening between now and the end of the calendar year. And so look for that to be coming soon.
It's one of the changes, yes. Go ahead.
First, thank you for a great session. This has been very helpful.
You're welcome.
My question is on the attachments. So in Dynamics, we've developed all sorts of flows and workflows to move out attachments in SharePoint. Does that go away?
It's up to you. I would recommend, but I'm biased. The reason that I would recommend is if you think about security behind your application, you do set up your security for particular reasons, right? If you think about the files now as the full-blown member of your entity, it means that the security on the file set up by security on the entity, you don't need to do an additional work around SharePoint storage. However, if for whatever reason, whatever you set up, you require access to those documents through the SharePoint, you still will be able to do that.
So when you take the picture from the camera on the phone to get the image that's going in your PowerApp, do you have a way to control the size of the file so it's not going the 12 megabyte file not to decompress it originally from? So I don't have to take the settings from the phone automatically.
That's an interesting question.
Large pictures that are not appropriate for use.
This is an interesting question, and we're working with our counterparts at the control level, right, to allow you to resize the files at that level on the fly. But as far as data store concerned, and right now we're talking about data store, we allow them to store at about 30 megabytes of the space. So it is up to you as you upload to create enough flexibility without the controls to allow administration of your images. But we don't want to minimize everybody's use.
Volume of files, because the individual phone is creating the large file. We don't want it.
Right. I agree with you. What I'm trying.
Blob storage that we didn't intend to manage.
I agree with you completely, and what I'm trying to say is that we will be making sure that the control allows you to set some kind of priority around it, but we would not want to do that on our side. There is also a max size that we will be allowing you to set, if that's something that we would like to have.
So the storage won't stop you to store big files. The control will kind of enable you to control how big of a file you want to let through to the storage.
Does that mean it will resize it, or it will just reject it?
It's up to you. We don't know yet. It's in the process. Please let me know after this session what your priority would be and why, and you will be helping us develop the best controls possible. So who else have questions? Yes? Can you restrict the Mimetype? You will have a Mimetype on the file. One of the things that I did not show is the metadata for a file. Metadata of the file also has a Mimetype. It's up to you, again, as a control owner or as a developer of the application. What we're trying to do is enable you to do whatever you want with your data storage. But Mimetype is there for you. No comment?
So, yeah, so the search speed is very important. So do you have more or less an idea of where it's coming?
If it were up to me, we would already have it, but I think by the end of the year. So one other thing that I do, in addition to the data storage that we presented right now, I'm also a PM on the search overall for a CDS. So I would like to have it as soon as possible, and we have a couple of projects right now in the works that are working on that. What we need to understand is how do we do that, because searching through the file, you need to make sure that you have only relevant information that you actually store within your index, but you don't want to store non-relevant information. So we're working closely with Azure Search and Cognitive Search teams within Microsoft to make sure that we're using their abilities to the best of our performance and therefore for the best of your ability to use it. So end of the year, I cannot promise, but we will try.
Please.
I host my stuff in a CDN, which allows me to control the image sizes coming out back and forth. Is there any way for me to hook up through the cognitive service to the CDN?
That's a very good question.
No,
Not natively?
not natively. You
yeah.
need to have something in between.
It's custom. Any sort of custom process could be worked out, but not out of box. It's not a thing we're able to do.
And we can talk about what we can do. Okay, and my no didn't mean no. It meant not this particular Microsoft software or technology. Anybody else have questions? Great.
So our peers have a couple of sessions during the day on plugins, for example, so you can extend CDS with custom code. Right now there's an ALM session to manage application lifecycle. It's still for an hour. We have a session on security, I think from 1 o'clock. So if you are interested in more other things which also belong to Common Data Service, feel free to join these sessions. And we do have a booth on the expo right when you come in. So if you have any questions which you don't want to ask here in the bigger plenum, please feel free to stop by. And thanks all for the questions and for joining this early morning session. Thank you.
Thank you.